Hi, everybody.
There's nothing like the middle of winter to tell a good baseball story. So let's use our imagination, shall we? Before I had kids, I was a Little League coach. What a learning experience that was. I completely forgot the tons of rules you needed to learn to play the game of baseball. Rule number 1, your first day on the team, you pick out the biggest guy and you beat the shit out of him to establish respect. Wait, that's prison, that's another story. But I'll tell you what, a couple of kids on this team ought to keep that point in mind for future reference. I also remembered that kids in groups cannot focus, and a baseball, it seems to know this.
I will look for you. I will find you.
So my a little letting your mind wander can be dangerous speech to these kids scared me more than it did them. They were all making eye contact except one kid near the end of the line. His head was looking at my feet. I said, "Ryan." He looked up and said, "My dad's shoes are exactly like yours, except his are red and they're Nikes." Uh-oh. So to try to make a point to this kid that he needs to watch that batter at all times or it's dangerous, I said, "Ryan, if I told you sometime during this practice I was going to take this baseball and throw it at your head as hard as I could, would you take your eye off of me, son?" And I really got through to him because his mom called me the next day screaming at me and asking me why I threatened to assault her son. Hey, I was spastic at that age. We all were, but this kid would just pick up a bat and without looking start swinging it. And did you know that a 9-year-old swing path is exactly in line to a grown man's groin? It was just a matter of time before this kid's gonna get really hurt, and I was scared, especially when the league rules mandate that every player must play 1 inning per game. So as the last inning of this game, I put Ryan in right field with a helmet, and there were 2 outs. It was gonna be okay. And then this ball climbed skyward towards right field. I could almost hear it say,
I will find you.
And I looked down. Ryan, his head's bent down, chewing on his glove. And I looked up, I could read the ball's apex and project its exact landing point. Ryan's head, which is no pun, ground zero. Now all of you parents can identify with these moments because in less than a second, the sequence of possible outcomes, decisions just blazed through your head. And I'm thinking, he's got a helmet, he's looking down. Worst case scenario, perfect. And then from the bleachers, Ryan's mom screams, which produced a lifting of Ryan's head just in time for the ball to strike his face. And his head went
back and to the left.
Actually, calm down. It was not that bad. It was just, it bruised his nasofrontal suture. I learned that term from the emergency room x-ray technician. I think we all know where this story's going by now. Anyway, me and the players, we run out to right field, and Ryan's mom runs out there too. And, she goes, "He needs ice on it right away." And she happened to have this cherry snow cone in her hand, and she stuck it in Ryan's face. And she thought she was helping. And she actually was helping a lot, because when you go through the doors of an emergency room with a kid's face covered in cherry syrup, you go right to the front of the line. Oh, this coaching thing was supposed to be fun, but my thinking, boy, was it miscombobulated. A couple days later, my phone rings. The league president said there was an emergency meeting held about me because Ryan's mom had insisted that I be removed as the team's coach. And I got to admit, I was disappointed when he told me that I was going to get a second chance.